Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today, you know, it's been a while. Oops, my earphones fell. It's been a while since I've actually been on YouTube. I think my last video was about 6 months ago, and that's when I was posting about dropping out of architecture school and coming to, and well, not coming, like I didn't confirm it on my YouTube, but I did on my Instagram. But I got into interior design school in Italy, and forgive the noise, my windows are open because, oh shit, there's a strain in my eye. Okay, yeah, so I confirmed on my Instagram that I got into a school here in Italy, and I left the US in January to start school here. So yay me. Honestly, while I would like to get into what life is like here in Florence, I feel like I cannot go without addressing the pandemic and what life is like here under lockdown. I want to start off by talking about the timeline of how everything started to happen here. So I got here in January, and school started in January the 13th. And you know, at this point we were all hearing about it happening in the outbreak in Wuhan, you know, but like everybody else, and I think this is pretty normal, we think, oh wow, that's crazy, that's unfortunate, but there's no need to worry because it's not gonna happen, like it's not gonna come here. So fast forward to a month and a half later, we heard of the first case here in Italy. And at this point, you know, schools are still open. And I remember being in class, and like my friend who was Italian, she was reading the news and she was panicking, saying and expressing how sad it is that us as international students, we can't really like know what's going on that much here in Italy because like the news outlets are mostly in Italian. So we were kind of just like not in the know. So because of that, like obviously, you know, thanks to her, we started paying more attention. And then, you know, family members started calling from different parts of the world. So like I said, we're international students, so we're from like the US, India, Africa, Bolivia, like Mexico, like everywhere. You know, I'm from Jamaica, like everywhere. So started freaking out a little bit, but not to the extent of, okay, this is actually really serious. It was like, okay, let's go get some hand sanitizer, let's just be safe. But then, you know, we were like, this isn't really gonna happen, until we heard of it actually starting to break out in Milan. And then I started hearing other schools are closing their doors. Our school is still open. And that week, and I think that was the week of February 23rd, that week, me and my roommates decided that we are not going to school. and other students decided that they weren't going to go to school. So what had happened was we ended up not when we emailed our professors, we expressed how we were feeling, the fact that we're international, we don't have family here, we don't have like safe arms to run into, we're literally here together as students, and we gotta kind of look out for ourselves and look out for each other. We stayed home for a week, right? And we didn't do any online classes or anything. The attendance policy, way more flexible. The next week, schools had opened back. Our school was still open, and we were like, okay, we'll go to school now, because at that point, there weren't any real cases in Tuscany. So we went back to school that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Wednesday, the government issued a decree saying all schools must shut down. So we literally only went to school for 3 days, and that Thursday we didn't go to school. And then that's when we knew shit was real. We checked, there were a few cases near the Tuscany, but not in Tuscany. But in Milan, shit was going down. When I tell you it was getting bad, like the whole world knows how bad it was getting. And so I kind of started to panic, and like obviously my parents called and they were just freaking out and people were fleeing. Me and my roommates were just like, you know what, I think we're safe here. Like if we stay here, we're good. We don't leave, we're good. And then one thing just led to the next. Like, okay, schools shut down, businesses shut down, people started leaving. Like international schools were sending their students home. They were like basically kicking them out of their dorms and saying, y'all better go home, you can't stay here anymore. So people literally had to leave. And then it got to the point where flights were shutting down, and at that point I had a decision to make, and I was like, do I go home or do I stay here and ride out the storm? Now at this point I was like, listen, I went through all that I went through last year, dropping out of architecture school, coming here, people are walking on the street, coming here to pursue something that I've always wanted to, and I felt like this was just like another obstacle that I just had to toughen up and say, listen, I'm gonna get through this, you know? And it was, half of me was just like, Brittany, this is literally life or death, and half of me was just like, what do you want? So I went with, what do you want? I went with that, and obviously I had to put things in place where I could stay safe, you know? Thank God I am still safe. Haven't been sick. Well, honestly, I haven't been tested, so I don't know, but like I'm not sick, you know? So thanks for that. So yeah, we really just like bought groceries, we stocked up, and we set our asses at home. And it's been, today marks 50, I think 53 days. 53 days of being at home. Obviously, we've gone out to buy groceries, I've gone to the pharmacy, and I have, we've gone to take out the trash. But apart from that, we've been at home. In terms of literally like the emotional side of things, it's been a roller coaster. And I won't lie, like it was scary to make the decision to stay, because like I was choosing to not be with family. I was choosing my endeavors over that. And I talked to my family about it. They understood. And honestly, I'm really happy that I stayed, because now things are boiling down here. But it's so bad in America. It's getting so bad. And if I had left when we had like one of those last chances to leave, to board a flight and go back home, I would have been in quarantine for 2 weeks. And I'd rather be here with my roommates, ride it out together, make sure everybody's good, and know that my family are safe and okay over there, and we're just all good. And also I was afraid of like leaving here and possibly being asymptomatic and bringing it to my home and bringing it to America. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to feel responsible. I really didn't want to do that. How we've been able to deal with it, or how I've been able to deal with it, was just like I've had to like just be more in tune with me. I've had to literally like ask myself, what is it that you feel like doing right now? There's this whole be productive during this time, and that's not easy, you know. It would be one thing if we had the option to go outside and if the world wasn't freaking falling apart. You know, that raises anxiety and fear in so many people. So this idea of just being productive, for me, it was like, be productive if you feel like you can. Like, if it's calling to you and you have the energy, move towards it. But if my body and my soul is literally saying, you know, today, lay in bed and literally do nothing, eat, lay in bed, relax, that's exactly what I do. So I've started new things, I've bought courses, I finished some, you know, I'm learning new things, I'm working on school projects, you know, and I'm surprised during this time I was able to literally like do some bomb work on one of my projects. It's been a roller coaster. It hasn't been easy, but I can't complain because I'm good. Like, we are good, you know. It's getting warmer outside. We have each other. In terms of me and my roommates, we have each other. We have music, we have food. Our families haven't neglected us in terms of financially. Like, we're good, you know. And we have it officially, the lockdown officially lifts on May 3rd, so we have a few more weeks of this, but I think we can pull through. We've been pulling through enough, and I definitely hit my low, but now I think I'm rising up and I'm hitting a good plateau. Like, I'm not like shooting skyrocketing, obviously not, but like I've lifted, I've risen, and I think I've hit that plateau. So that's essentially what it's been like here. You know, I feel confident that I'm gonna get out of this, that we're all gonna get out of this, that my family, friends, we're gonna get out of this, and a lot of us are gonna get out of this strong, with a better sense of understanding the world and understanding who we are. And just like, you know, this has opened our eyes to so many different facets of the world, like politically, economically, you know, spiritually. And it's a very eye-opening time. Also, let's not overlook the good parts of this. You know, I know it's not a good situation, but in every bad situation there is something good. The good is that literally the world is healing. It's healing. Animals are coming back into places they haven't been seen in ages. The Himalayas, I don't know, like, they're visible now. They haven't been visible for a long time from certain parts of India. They're visible now. You know, waters are clearing up in Venice. Like, dolphins, was it dolphins and like ducks came back into the canals, and they haven't been there in a while because of pollution, you know. So let's be grateful for the fact that the world is healing, and also realize that we have to start changing the way we do certain things here on earth. Like, this is our one home. Like, this is our home, and if we keep living in a certain way and doing certain things, we're gonna keep destroying it, and things like this gonna keep happening. We don't want that, you know. And as a collective human race, it's our duty, it's our job to take care of the one home that we have. So going forward, like, I really think this is something everybody should do. Just like, think of one way, at least one way, how you could take a more ethical stance and take some responsibility for the healing of our planet, you know. So that was just a lot that I had to get off. Thank you guys for tuning in and staying with me thus far. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell for when I post new videos. If you guys love this, give it a thumbs up, share it. Stay safe, be good. I love you.